thinking they playing with me. Look into my eyes, do it look like you playing me? It's insane to be thinking that you could ever get over on me. I'm a rebel to this game, so ain't no rules if you find me. Y'all a felon in this industry. Y'all misdemeanors tell me smart, I'm new.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is, as always, your man, Next Icon, and y'all know what time it is. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I know it's Wednesday night. Scheduling is still a little shifty right now. Things are starting to wind down, so trust me. Give it a minute, and I'll be back on my regular scheduled day and time on Mondays at 8 o'clock. But for now, gotta do what I gotta do to handle my business. So, let's get this party started. It is time for the ICON Chronicles, and you already know who this is. The one, the only, the incomparable, Next Icon. No excuses. I can overcome negativity for those that's unaware, but now you are aware. So wake up. It's time. So I know people have been wondering about the change in the days and why I'm on a Wednesday. I went from a Monday to a Tuesday and now on a Wednesday. Trust and believe. This is all temporary. Mondays and Tuesdays, I was part of a couple projects and the rehearsals on Monday and Tuesday. So look out for the upcoming movie, Love in Atlanta, written by Grace the Stallion. That's going to be starting production soon. I'm trying to get all the kinks worked out on it. We did a couple scenes, but look for that to be coming out pretty soon. I'm also a part of another project called Shop Talk. Real Women Shop. Let me see. Let me make sure I get this right. Women's Shop Talk. While real men wait. Good Lord, I'm trying to say all of that. Say that 10 times. Women's Shop Talk while real men wait. We're gonna be coming to y'all live in Birmingham, Alabama, this Saturday at Greater Grace Baptist Church in Birmingham. Y'all know where it is. Yo, Alabama, come out and support. We're going to be there. We're going to give y'all a nice little live show. I am playing the Honorable Pastor Clayton Clark Sr. And I got a few issues going on with my family, but in order to know what those issues are, you're going to have to come see the show and check it out. Now, you can go on Eventbrite and you can look up Shop Talk. And you can order your tickets today. The show is Saturday. I believe it's 7 p.m. on Saturday, but do not quote me. The times should be listed on the Eventbrite site. I'll be posting a link to it myself later on this evening. Get your tickets, Alabama. Birmingham, we come to see y'all. I've been to Birmingham before. I did a playback in the day called You Better Not Tell. I'm coming back to see y'all city again, y'all. Back to represent the ATL. Also, keep in mind, you can follow me on Instagram under the Next Icon. You can follow me on Instagram as the actor, Willie D. You can follow me on Facebook as Will D for the actor. And you can follow me on Facebook under Next Icon Davis, with which you can also follow and keep an eye on the Icon Chronicles on the Next Icon Davis page. You can join, you can subscribe, you can go to YouTube, check this show out and subscribe. If you missed this episode, you can always go back to YouTube and check it. Yo, keep in mind too that this show is broadcast on Spotify under the Anchor application. So if you can't watch the show while you at work or something like that, yo, you can go to Spotify, type in the Icon Chronicles, and you can catch up with every episode done of this show. This is season number 4, so y'all know what it is. Season number 4, third, fourth episode, y'all know what the deal is. Follow me, check me out. Check out everybody that's on my page because we all grinding, we all doing something. You can also get the link to go vote for me as an ATL's hottest actor, Next Icon Davis. You can follow the link that's on my page to vote for me. First round is almost done. There's going to be a second round, and I'm going to be coming back at y'all again, sounding like one of these politicians out here trying to get y'all vote. So be ready for it because I'm coming for you. Also, keep in mind that I am an artist. I am an actor. I am an author. I am a motivational speaker. What else am I? Actor, artist, author, motivational speaker. Let's just say that I'm a Renaissance man. I pretty much do it all. Upcoming filmmaker, script writer. Yo, I'm getting the work in. You feel me? So make sure you follow your man. I got a couple of projects coming up that I'm gonna be filming pretty soon, and I'm gonna be looking for some certified, bona fide, professional, on time, learn your line actors. All right. I'm saying this out loud, live and direct, because on a lot of these projects, let me tell y'all, actors don't know their lines. They think that they're gonna learn their lines on the day of the shoot or on the day of the show. They think that they're gonna learn their lines. That is not how the process works. You got to know your lines. You got to be on time. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm a time anal individual. So if I tell you to be somewhere at 6 o'clock and you ain't there at 6 o'clock, don't bother showing up at 6:01. You feel me? That's how serious it is. If I say 6 o'clock, I mean 6 o'clock. I don't mean 6:15. I don't mean 6:30 ish. I don't mean 7 o'clock ish. When I say 6 o'clock, I mean 6 o'clock. That means that you need to be on your way. Everybody knows how Atlanta traffic is. It's going to take you these 1 to 2 hours to get from point A to point B. So if I tell you that you need to be there at 6, you better be walking out your door off your job at 4 o'clock to be there on time. Or don't even bother showing up. I'll replace you. You feel me? I don't got time for the little excuses and the pity parties and all this. I know what Atlanta traffic is like. I've been here long enough to know. So if I know, you know. So stop playing the games and wasting people's times. So I'm gonna put that out there. If you've seen the show, you already know what time it is. So you can't say that I didn't warn you. You can't say that I didn't tell you because I'm putting it out here live and direct. Be on time or don't even bother show. As an artist, I've just released 2 singles. End of August? Can't call it in seconds. Check them out. They're being distributed by DistroKid. If you're an artist, sign up for DistroKid. If you want more information on how to sign up for these sites, if you want information on how to get your book self-published, hit me up. Holler at your boy. I got you covered with the information that you're gonna need. Trust me, I'm not finna play with you. I'm not finna jack you around. You ain't gotta be part of no clique. You ain't gotta be part of no club. You ain't gotta be part of no organization. That's not how this information thing works. If I know it, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna spread the word. This is what we're supposed to be doing out here. We're supposed to be helping each other out, not tearing each other down. So if you got that frame of mind, same thing as if you can't be on time, stay out my lane. Because if you get in my lane, I'm gonna run you over. I ain't got no time for none of y'all that ain't serious about what it is that you want to do. I got the information for you. Holler at me. Let's do this. I got 2 books coming out. Oh God, what is the first one? Across the River. It's about 85% done. Got a few things going on. My day job got a new position, so I'm trying to learn that and get that down pat. But the book will be finished. I'm also working on Confessions from the Flip Side of Love, Volume 3. That'll be coming out pretty soon. It's just a little thing to tide y'all over until Across the River come out. But in the meantime, y'all can go and check out my books, Love for the Game, Book 2, Balls in My Word. You can also check out Brutal and the first 2 volumes of Confessions from the Flip Side of Love, Volumes 1 and Volume 2. Make sure you check it out. Support your man. Also, you can go on my Facebook page, either one of my Facebook pages or my Instagram pages. You can get the link and you can download Love for the Game, Book 1 for $1 at Smashwords. Show some love and support. Download the book. Trust me. Once you read book number 1, you're going to read book number 2. And book number 3 is in the works. That's about 65% finished. Yo, the man is trying to do it all. So, yo, time to get down to business. The business today is, let's see, what we going to talk about today? Let's talk about, well, let's see, the topic for today is trust and respect or the lack thereof. Are y'all even feeling me on that one? Now bear with me here because I'm trying to get some other things set up. But as always, y'all know technology never does what you want it to do when you want it to do it. So I got to fight with my technological devices every now and then to get it to do what I want it to do because it wants to do what it wants to do. So again, the topic for tonight, the topic for tonight is trust and respect or the lack thereof. Anybody that knows me knows that I have trust issues. This is the title of my third album. People that don't know me, that ain't researched me, ain't got to understand me, ain't got to be around me, they don't know that fact. I got trust issues. A lot of us out here have trust issues. And it's hard for us to trust people. It's hard for us to trust our friends. It's hard for us to trust people on our jobs. It's hard for us to trust our bosses. It's hard for us to trust our boyfriend. It's hard for us to trust our girlfriend. It's hard for us to trust our husband. It's hard for us to trust our wife. Some of us don't even trust our kids. And the way that things is going nowadays, hell, I might not want to trust my own kid, but I know my kid is good. He handling his business. Oh, since I did bring him up, I want to say congratulations to my son because he got his first job. He been having a rough patch on trying to find work. He got him a job. So yo, William, congratulations, homeboy. I'm still working on some other things for you so that you ain't got to be working for nobody else. But yo, handle your business. I'm proud of you. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. DJ Khaled came out with a song a few years ago. And oh my God, I cannot think of the name of the song now. Never Surrender. He had Scarface, ICON, Meek Mill, Jada Kiss. That it? John Legend. Y'all listen to that song. It says it flat out. Trust no one. Because sometimes the closest one to you be the one that do you dirty. The closest one to you be the one that be plotting against you. It's not always, see, you know where you stand with your enemies. Because they're your enemies. So you already see what's coming from them. You know what to expect from them. The hardest thing is what to expect from somebody that's supposed to be in your corner. Somebody that's supposed to have your back. That's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to deal with. That's the hardest thing to have to face. It's the hardest thing to ever come up in front of you, especially when you have personal issues of your own. But you try your best to handle it. So, in the realm of trust, see, people have this thing that trust is automatic. Just like respect. They think that you just automatically are trusted, that you automatically are respected. Please, y'all, don't get yourself fooled. Trust and respect are earned. They're not freely given. What have you done to get it? What have you done to get this person to trust you? What have you done to earn this person's respect? On the block, what kind of work have you put in? It's your job. What have you done for somebody else? With your friends and family, what have you done for them that they trust you? What have you done for that respect that you're looking to get? Everything that you want in this world requires some kind of work. And again, I keep reminding folks of this. I have to remind folks of this. I am not a biblical person. I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a biblical person. But I do know the Bible. I know certain parts. I don't know it front to back like y'all Christians do, and y'all Jehovah's Witnesses do, and y'all Catholics do, and y'all Lutherans do, and y'all Pentecostals do. I don't know it like that. But I know bits and pieces of it. But one of the things that's key in the Bible is faith without works is dead. But so many people are not even putting in the faith or the work but expecting to get. And you can't do that. See, I'm going to use an analogy that I used earlier today. Just because you go to work doesn't mean that you get a check. Well, let me rephrase that. Just because you show up at work doesn't mean that you get a check. You just showed up, but what have you done? In order for you to get your paycheck, you got to put some work in. You got to put some time in. You got to put in that 8 hours. You got to put in that 9 to 6, that 9 to 5, that 9 to 6, that 7 to 3, 7 to 4. You got to put that in to earn that check at the end of that week or at the end of that 2 weeks or however it is that you get paid. You have to work for it. So in 2022, folks that got lazy. I would say niggas that got lazy, but it ain't just niggas that then got lazy. Niggas that got lazy, white folks that got lazy, Mexicans that got lazy. Everybody that got lazy, but everybody wants. Everybody got their hands out, but ain't nobody doing nothing to get that hand filled. Now people like to go with another quote saying that a closed mouth don't get fed. An open mouth don't get fed if that open mouth don't put no work in to get the food that they want to eat. See, we spend too much time inviting people to our tables, and all they brought to the table is a plate and a fork. They didn't bring no meat. They didn't bring no salad. They didn't bring no dessert. They didn't bring nothing to drink. But they brought something to eat with, and they brought something to eat off of. And they looking at you, waiting for you to put something on the plate. Most of us, out of the kindness of our heart, and the generosity, and the way that some of us were brought up to look out, to watch out, and to care for each other, we're going to put something on that plate for a little while. We're going to feed you for a little while. We're going to give you seconds for a little while. But eventually, you guys have to put in some work, cuz. That's the way that the world works. Billy Preston had a song once, and I think I've mentioned this before. He had a song called Nothing from Nothing. That's true. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So you can't get out of something what you ain't put into it. Now, I'm the vice president of public relations for my Toastmasters group. And that is one of my key sayings, is that you get out what you put in. If you put nothing in, there's nothing to get out. We have different roles. We have people that you come in and you give speeches. We have the Toastmaster of the day. We have the grammarian of the day. We have the vote counter. Everybody has something to do in this group, but the group is not successful and it's not functionable if nobody is doing their part. Everybody has to do their part in order for it to be something of substance. In order for us to get new members to join, we have to, one of my responsibilities is I have to put out the news to our jobs communications department to advise everybody. We got a meeting every other Thursday, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. If I don't put in the work to put that notice out, nobody knows when the meeting is. If I don't put in there, make sure that you sign up for a role. Maybe nobody will sign up for a role. Maybe somebody will come across it and they might. But I have to put in my due diligence to make sure that I've done my part. Because I earned the title of the Vice President of Public Relations for my Toastmasters Club. When you go to work every day, do you just sit there, watch the clock all day, play around? Well, actually, probably some of y'all probably do. Some of y'all probably sit on your phone all day, watch the clock all day, hide in the bathroom. You take your break on time, you take your lunch on time, but you ain't doing nothing else the rest of the day. But then you wonder why you got sent home early. You wonder why your check is so small. You wonder why you ain't given as much responsibility and things to do as somebody else because you've proven yourself to not be a trustworthy person. You've proven yourself to not be a responsible person, so nobody's going to give that to you. Again, it's earned. Trust and respect is earned. Nobody's going to automatically respect you just because of who you are. Nobody's going to give a damn about who you are. Nobody's going to give a care about who you are. If you come at them in a jacked up way, with a jacked up attitude, with a jacked up mind state, what you're going to get is exactly what you give. If you give a jacked up attitude to somebody, if you give a messed up personality to somebody, if you give a messed up mentality to somebody, that's exactly what you're going to get in return. Because you're showing that you have no respect for the other person. It's all about you. It's all about you and what you want to get and how you want to do and how it's going to work your way or it's no way. That don't work for everybody. Whatever it is that you want in this world, you have to put in the work to get it. You have to put in the work to earn what it is that you say that you want. Trust is the key factor in this. I have come through this life. People have trusted me with their houses. People have trusted me with their cars. People have trusted me with their keys. They trust me to watch their kids. They trust me to watch their house, and I live on a whole nother side of town, but they know I'm going to make my way over there to make sure that their stuff is straight. Why? Because I've earned that trust. I've earned that respect because people know that if you ask me to do it, I'm going to do it. And if I can't do it, I'm going to tell you I can't do it. But it's not for lack of trying. If I tell you that I'm going to be at your house at 6 o'clock, the only way that I'm not going to show up at 6 o'clock is if nothing else that I've tried has worked. The buses ain't working. I can't get a ride. My bike ain't working. My feet broke. I done broke a limb or something. Other than that, if I tell you I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm going to be there. And if I'm not, if I'm running late, trust me, out of sincere respect, I will text you. I will call you. I'll send you a damn carrier pigeon. I'll hire a plane if I could and skywrite. Yo, I'm on my way. Because that's the respectful thing to do. And because people that know me trust me to stay in communication with them if something goes wrong. Now, there was an incident this weekend, and I do have a habit of doing these things because things happen. I took a road trip. It didn't really work out the way that I thought it was going to work out, but I took it anyway. But because of certain situations that were going on, I chose to go silent, which means I responded to no phone calls. I responded to no text messages. I did not go online. I stayed silent the entire trip. It ruffled some feathers, to say the least. Caused trust issues. But I have a habit of doing things like this. And again, people that know me, they know that I do. I can disappear in the blink of an eye. I can decide today that I want to leave my apartment and never come back. That's just the way that my mind works sometimes. I just get up and I just leave, start over, rebuild someplace else. But people that don't understand that, they take offense to what I did. They have an issue with what I did. And I can't do nothing about that. I am who I am. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. It is what it is. But it's not being disrespectful. A lot of people want to call it an abuse of trust, but it's not. Because, again, those that know me know I don't trust anybody. Now, people that trust me, I have nothing to do with that. I appreciate the trust. It's an honor to me to have that trust. It's an honor to me to have that respect. But not a lot of people see it that way. See, some people have a problem with just the whole aspect of being respectful. To respect means nothing to these people. Because again, as I said earlier, it's all about them, what they want, how they want it to be, how they want to do it, how they want the world to bend to their will and to their whim because it's them. Y'all, wake the hell up. This world ain't about you. This world ain't about me. This world ain't about nobody on this little ball that we call Earth. So nothing evolves around any of us. And yet we evolve around each other because in truth and reality, we all need each other to survive this thing called life. But some of y'all done lost sight of that. Some of y'all done lost what it means to have respect for another person. Some of y'all have forgot what it means to open yourself up to have trust. I'm not saying to have 100% trust in anybody because I don't have 100% trust in anybody. Because you always got to have a certain degree of mistrust so that you ain't surprised by what comes. Because if your mind is closed, you're blind to a lot of things. You're blind to a lot of the realities that are out here. Because everybody that says that they respect you and everybody that says that they trust you, they're lying to you. It's a trap. A lot of people use trust and respect as a way to break down your barriers that you have to protect yourself from being disrespected and mistrusted. A lot of us miss that. Why? Because it's our homie. Because it's our best friend at work. It's our spouse. It's somebody that we would never think that would cross you. But it happens. Case in point. When I was younger, my nephew's father, we were best friends. We ran the streets together. Called ourselves a clique. We were doing some things that we shouldn't have been doing. And we got caught. Now me, I kept the G code up. Didn't say nothing, didn't know nothing, didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing, have no clue. This fool, he in the other room because apparently he was on papers and I didn't know this. He out there singing like the Temptations. We come back in the room, they put us back in the little room together. This fool starts crying. Talking about he can't do no time. But you done sold both of us out. So now I see I can't trust you. But because you my nephew's father and you my boy, I try and give you the benefit of the doubt because we boys, right? So some time passes and you come back on me. You want to do something else. But what you say to me is that if it doesn't work, we both ain't going to get away. Now, I'm understanding what you're saying. I'm not believing it that you're saying it to me, but I'm hearing what you're saying and I'm trying to make sense of it. And then you say that if you got to buck me in the back, we both ain't going to make it out of this. But I trusted you because you was my nephew's father, because you was my boy. I respected you because you were supposed to be our leader, our top dog, the one that we supposed to come to if we got a disagreement with each other. You supposed to be the one to squash it. And you sitting here telling me that if your little plan don't work right, that it's going to be another issue. Now, I ain't got no respect for you. See, just as easy as it is to get respect, and as easy as it is to give respect, as easy as it is to give trust, As easy as it is to earn somebody's trust, it's just as easy, if not easier, to lose both. All it takes is one thing, one incident, one issue, one problem. Trust is gone, respect is gone. And then you have those that make a mockery of it. When you tell them that you don't respect me, you have no respect for me, they laugh because it's a joke. It's all fun and games. Not understanding the serious of what it is that you're saying because they're not taking you serious. Trust and respect run hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You can't have trust and not respect somebody. You can't have respect and not trust somebody a little. Again, I'm not saying give a person 100% of your trust. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Everybody gives a person a certain amount of trust. And as you get to know each other, as you get to be around each other, as you get to understand each other, the trust grows, the respect grows because we're learning. That's why I said at the beginning of all of this, trust and respect is not automatically given. And people have it twisted. I ain't gonna say all people. Some people have it twisted that they are entitled to having automatic trust. That they're supposed to automatically be respected just because it's them. And everybody is supposed to stop breathing. Their hearts are supposed to stop pumping. They all supposed to go blind and they can't hear until you get your trust and respect. I'm gonna say this again. Wake the hell up. Because that little pipe dream that you got going on in your head for trust and respect, that little mentality don't even work on the streets. Don't nobody out here on these streets trust and respect you right off the bat. Don't nobody know you. You just moved into the neighborhood. You've been on the block 5 minutes. Who the hell gonna respect you? Who the hell gonna trust you? Don't nobody know you. Ain't nobody broke bread with you. Ain't nobody chill with you at your spot. Don't nobody know you. But you're gonna get in your feelings because somebody said something to you the wrong way. Don't nobody know you. What the hell do they owe you? What kind of trust and respect do they owe you and they don't know you? Your own neighbors don't even know you. So why is your neighbor gonna trust you just because you moved on the block? Why they gonna respect you just because you moved into the house next door? Hell, the house that you just moved into, that was their best friend. That was their best buddy. And now here you come moving into their best friend spot. And you supposed to get respect? You supposed to be trusted? Black neighborhoods, we damn sure ain't finna trust you like that. White neighborhoods, they already Googling your name. They already doing the background search, trying to see if you're a criminal, trying to see if you're a drug dealer, trying to see if you're a pedophile. They already researching you. Now they done ran your name through the system. Looks like you done came up clean. So now Bob, the next door neighbor, wants to come out. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the neighborhood. Glad to see you. You have no idea that man that did a whole background check on your first name, last name, middle name. He know when you were born. He know where you came from, who your parents are. Know your background. Know if you got a police record. Know already about you. He just coming over there to shake your hand to verify what he read about you on the internet. See if everything matches up. See if it all lines up. Black neighborhood, any minority neighborhood, we ain't gotta go online and do a background search. We hit the streets. Yo, you know about that nigga next icon? Where he from? What he about? He good? I gotta watch the fool? Is he a troublemaker? See, we find all that stuff from the streets. See, we find it out quicker than the white folks do on the internet. See, white folks got the internet, we got the black net. And our black network works way better, way faster, more accurate, more precise than what these fools finna find out on the internet. So don't think that every hand that gets extended to you is a trustworthy hand. Don't think that every hug that you get and every pat on your back is respectful. Because some of these folks that's patting you on the back and smiling in your face, they got an ulterior motive. They're trying to fill you out. They're trying to see what you're about, where you from, how you gonna be. Are they safe? Are you a violent offender? Are they kids safe around you? You move out the block and you move to the suburbs, they looking at you trying to see how many more people like you gonna be coming up the street. You know that old saying, there goes the neighborhood. That's what they say. Every time that we move into their neighborhoods to try and make a difference for ourselves, to do something better for ourselves, that's the first thing that they say. There goes the neighborhood. The property values finna go down now. They finna bring all of them other people over here. We're gonna have barbecues on the sidewalk. We're gonna have 40 ounces on the curb. We're gonna have those hoochies dancing on the top of their cars. You know what those people are gonna bring. But they come and eat. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the neighborhood, neighbor. Glad to see you. Look, if you need anything, I'll be right next door. You just come on over and just ask for whatever it is you need. And then they walk away like, please, Lord, please don't let that nigga come knocking on my door. I don't have nothing for them. I don't have no guns. I ain't got no weed. No, y'all got meth. But y'all ain't trusting us. Y'all ain't got no respect for us. The black folks, the Chinese folks, the Japanese folks, the Asian folks, the Dominican folks, the Puerto Rican folks, the Mexican folk, did I say that already? We all can't be trusted. We all can't get no respect. And it's so bad that y'all got to the point that don't none of us respect each other. But we waking up though. The truth is coming to the light. Y'all can't keep it in the dark for too long. But we still got to get over that hump. We still got to learn to respect each other. We got to learn to trust each other a little bit. But that, again, in order to get that trust and in order to get that respect, you have to put in the work to get it. My job trusts me to do the job that they pay me to do. Why? Because I made sure that I was good at it. I made sure that I could do it. And if I couldn't do it, I knew how to ask for help to get further, to understand what it was that I needed to do. They trust me to do that. They respect me as an employee. Do they respect me as a person? I have no idea, because they don't hang out with me and I don't hang out with them. So their respect and their trust is not really my concern. On the job, it kind of is, and it still kind of ain't. I go there to do my job. I go there to do my job well, make my money, go home. Because all the trust and respect that I need to have, I got it from the ones that I need to get it from. But now people think that I have a messed up attitude when they come around, or they think that I have a jacked up way of talking to them. Well, let's see. If I'm coming at you in a messed up way, if I'm talking to you with a jacked up attitude, I'm a reactionary person. You had to have done something to me or against me for me to come at you like that because I really don't give two cares. But I don't just up and out just disrespect folks and be all jacked up to folks with a funky attitude. Oh, what you get is what you earned. What you give is what you get back. Exchange of energy. You give me negative energy, I'm gonna give you negative energy back. You give me positive energy, I give positive energy back. You give me love, I give you love back. Even exchange. But you're not gonna get respect from me if you're being disrespectful to me. That's not the way that the system works. It's not the way that the game is played. This is for anybody and this is for everybody because we all go through the same thing. It ain't just me. It's everybody that goes through it. But what we allowing to happen is we allowing the people that we don't, the energy that we got from the people that don't trust us and the people that don't respect us and feel that they don't need to trust us and feel that they don't need to respect us, we taking that energy and we take that energy and we put it on to somebody else. We're taking their energy that they transferring to us, we transferring to another person, and now they got an attitude. And most of these folks that had these attitudes, they don't know why they got it. Because they was fine like 2 minutes ago. But now they feeling this little jacked up way. It's because the energy that you gave them then took over the energy that they had prior. And there's some people out here that they feed on that disrespectful because that disrespectfulness and some of that mistrust is mixed in with misery. And some people are hiding behind mistrust, they're hiding behind disrespect simply because they're miserable people. And they're happy that they're miserable people. They're content that they're miserable people. And they wish to maintain being miserable. And the other part of that is they want you to be just as miserable as them. So they will intentionally make it known that they don't trust you. They will intentionally make it known that they don't respect you. So that changes the way that you feel, changes your energy, your wave pattern. And now you walking around just like them for that, sometimes just for that time that you're around them. Because if you're in tune to yourself and you can feel that change in that energy, you know that it's time to walk away. You know it's time to separate and isolate yourself from that environment because it's affecting your psyche. It's affecting your mental status. It's draining you because the energy that you had that was bringing you up is now starting to go down because this other energy, this negative energy is invading your system and is filling up in you and it's taking over the feelings that you had before. You got to separate yourself. People that don't respect you, leave them be. Leave them where they are. You know why? Because eventually, they're going to come back to you. Why they going to come back to you? Because they done burned every other bridge that they had with their mistrust and their disrespect. And now that everybody that they caught on to it, they're like, nah, take that mess elsewhere. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for your madness. I ain't got time for your drama. I ain't got time for your chaos. I ain't got time for none of that. So you're going to go back to one of them first bridges. And you're thinking that you're fixing that bridge. You're thinking that you're mending it, but you're not. You're not mending it. That person, they still looking at you. They trying to figure out what you up to. What's on your mind? Because now you've shown that we can't trust you. So now we're trying to see how valid is that fact that we chose to not trust you. You disrespected us in the past. So why should I think that because you're coming back for something that you are going to respect me now. You're going to only respect me long enough to get what it is that you want to get, and then you're going to go back to your true self of being disrespectful. And seeing people that caught on to it. Disrespect gets disrespect. Lack of trust gets lack of trust. Wake up, y'all. What they say, wake up, smell the coffee, smell the tea. Yeah, if you're smoking weed, wake up and smell the weed. Let the weed smoke hit you, wake your mind up. You have to realize that you are in charge of your trust. You are in charge of your respect. Nobody else is responsible for it. Nobody else is going to be asked about it. Nobody else is going to be questioned about it. That falls solely on you. But you cannot blatantly, brazenly, intentionally, or even unintentionally disrespect somebody and think that there's no repercussions that's going to come with that. One of my sayings is that there is a price for everything that you do. And for every choice that you make, whether it's good or bad, you accept the consequences that come with that choice, whether good or whether it's bad. You choose to accept the consequence. And if you can't accept the consequence, don't make the choice. If you're not willing to pay the price, don't make the choice. If you do a crime and you get busted, you chose to accept the time that they're going to give you for that crime because you made the conscious decision to go do it. And you can blame it on everybody that you want to. You can blame it on anybody, poor upbringing, bad parents. Your brother used to beat you up all the time. Your sister used to steal all your Barbie dolls. The dog ate your homework at the wrong time. You can blame whatever you want to. The final decision was yours. You chose to make whatever choice that you chose to make. And when you made that choice, you signed on the dotted line that I choose to accept whatever comes with this decision. I choose to be disrespectful. That's what the choice that you made. I chose to be disrespectful. Therefore, I accept the fact that nobody else is going to be respectful to me. You cannot complain. You are not in a position. I consciously choose to not trust anybody. And you can't be mad if don't nobody trust you. You put it into the universe. Again, I ain't religious, but I'm spiritual. What you put into the universe, the world is going to say, let's see. Are you going to stick to your guns? Or are you going to humble yourself and bow down? If the world ain't going to play with you, neither are we. So you want to play a little reckless game. But what y'all forgetting is that in every game, everybody gets a turn. What y'all don't realize that in the game, everybody ain't playing by the same rules that you playing by. Everybody got their own set of rules. And just because you have a set standard of rules that you're going by, don't mean that I'm going by. Don't mean that the next person is going by. Hell, it don't mean that the president is going by. Everybody got their own rules for the game that they own. And if you don't understand the rules of the game, if you don't understand the levels that you're playing on, you need to get your behind off the board. I'm going to say this really clear. Just because certain folks don't play the game no more, don't mean that they don't know the game. I'm going to say it again. Just because certain people don't play the game no more, don't mean that they don't know the game. Because see, the game never changes. The game is always the same. The rules differ depending on who the players is, and the only other thing that changes are the faces and the names. But the game ain't never changed. That game is constant. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 in leap year. The game does not change. Just the people. So don't think that when you go up against a true player that you're getting over. Because you're not. Certain players give you a path to see how long you're going to play the game. To see how bad that you really think that you are. Some players just want to see if you got the balls to play the game all the way through to the finish. And then there's some players that ain't going to even let you finish the game. And some of them players, they may let you get a couple feet off the board. They may let you get halfway through the game. They may let you get 3/4 of the way through the game. Some players might wait till you let you get right to the point where you think that you'd have won the game. Psst. Cut you off and make you realize that you never had no game in the first place. See, but y'all figure, because some of us is old heads, that we slow, that we done gone soft, that we don't recognize game when game is being played. Game always recognize game. It's just we decide when we want to play, if we want to play, how long we're going to play, how far we're going to let the game go. When we decide to quit playing, that's when you realize that you came too far in the game to go back. That you'd have rolled the dice one too many times. You took one too many steps into a road that you should have never walked on. But that lack of respect was like, I can do whatever I want to do. I'm me. I'm the baddest one on the board. Can't nobody fade me. Can't nobody break me. Can't nobody beat me until you get beat. Understand, there's always somebody on the board that's better than you. There's always somebody on the board that's a better player than you. There's always somebody on the board that knows the rules better than you. There's always somebody on the board that's better than you. There's always somebody on the board that's smarter than you. You ain't the greatest to play the game. You're just another one to play the game. And the game ended up playing you. Learn respect. I ain't finna tell you to trust everybody. I ain't finna tell you to trust anybody. Because again, I said this at the beginning. I trust no one. It's something that we learned a long time ago. Trust is earned. Respect is earned. And I respect people as long as they respect me. You don't respect me, I give 2 cares less about giving any kind of respect to you. Because that ain't the way that I work. That ain't the way that I operate. And there's too many people like me that follow that same creed, that follow that same G code, that honor that same rule. Respect gets respect. You don't respect me, don't expect me to give you any amount of respect whatsoever. That's the way that the game goes. That's the way that the game is played. And once you understand that, you're a little bit wiser of being on the board. But you got to open your eyes, you got to open your mind, and you got to pay attention. Because trust and respect, or the lack thereof. And that lack thereof, it'll cost you a whole hell of a lot. And it may be more than what you're willing to pay. But again, it's your choice. It's your world. The ball's in your court. Take your shot. See how it work out for you. But don't be surprised if that ball gets force-fed back down your throat. Give proper respect where proper respect is due. If they didn't earn it, don't give it. But if people respect you, you're honor bound to give that respect back. You feel me? Handle your business. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. You know who this is. It's about my time to be up out of here. I got my little cousin outside being patient, waiting on the front porch to be let in because I'm outside. But I'm out in my front studio. So I got to bounce up out here, give everybody some room and some space. Yo, keep your heads up. Keep the wind behind your back. Keep your chest out. Yo, kings and queens, never walk with your head to the ground. Because if you do, you never see what's coming at you. Yo, I'm out of here. See y'all next weekend. Hopefully I'll be back on my regular day and time. Again, Saturday, Birmingham, Alabama, Greater Grace Baptist Church. Yo, Alabama, we coming for you. Check out my music. Check out my books. Yo, follow me. Subscribe to me. If y'all got any bookings, y'all got any events, holler at your man. Let me know what day and time. I will be there. Yo, this is your man, Next Icon. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Thinking they playing with me. Look into my eyes. Do it look like you playing me? It's insane to be thinking that you could ever get over on me. I'm a rebel to this game, so ain't no rules if you find me. Y'all a felon in this industry. Y'all misdemeanor, tell me smart, I'm new.